Hi, I'm Robert. Welcome back to another edition of the High Desert Ranch channel. I'm here just doing some chores with the pigs, and I thought in the fading light that I would do a video that's been long overdue. I've been searching the annals of YouTube and just some things I've seen in person, and today I'm going to go over the top 5 hog mistakes that hog owners make, especially new hog owners. So let's get started. All right, number one that I see, and it's before I do this, I got to preface, this is with heritage breeds, and if you're in the business of wanting to make some money off your hogs, or if you're just going to raise hogs for your own family's use, you don't want to spend a lot of money. You essentially don't want a pet or a hobby, but you're serious about making some profit or making the most amount of food for the least amount of money possible for your family or your small homestead. So number one is way too much space. There's this myth on YouTube I see where you need like 1 acre per hog to raise effective hogs and be humane, this and that. That's just not true. Throughout all of history, hogs have been the cheap, kind of poor man's way to have meat. A cow, you need a lot of pasture, like the pasture behind these hog pens, to have a beef or dairy cow. But with hogs, you don't need that. You can have very little space. In fact, let me just quickly show you how much space right here. So as you can see, I've got 11 hogs here in 16 by 24 pens. This pen is just slightly larger, but 16 by 24 is this pen, and you could comfortably raise 5 or 6 hogs here in this pen right here in a 16 by 24 space. Number two is they don't feed a proper diet. I see a lot of, again, I'm going on YouTube, there's a lot of falsity. It's one of those things of, turn off that water, that, you know, if you read it, it's true. If you see it, it's true. Well, not exactly. It depends on whoever's making the video or whoever's writing the book. But I see a lot of people where they're just trying to feed them some natural grass and some table scraps from their table. That's all great. That's fine and dandy. That's extra. That's kind of supplementary to a base ration of good hog mash. Depending on where you're at, you're going to want to range anywhere from 14 to 18%. And so you can go to a feed mill, pick it up, or you can make it yourself. I can go on that in a different video, but your pigs just aren't going to gain weight, and they're going to be unhealthy because they're not getting the vitamins and minerals that they need with a pre-mixed hog mash from a feed mill. Again, I'm doing about 16% hog mash right now, which I think will be good year-round. I'm here in the high desert, so the summers aren't too warm like some places back east or down the south, but the winters are cold. And so 16% is a good all-around feed ration when it comes to your hogs. So that's number two, is making sure that you're giving your hogs a proper ration. Number three, and this is a big one, depending on the health conditions, not only the healthiness of your hogs, but also the conditions of your pen, is I see a lot of people with sick and dying hogs, and I've seen it on YouTube. They can't figure out why, because they're trying to go all natural. That's just a bunch of hogwash, pun intended. The all-natural dewormer does not work. You talk to anybody, and you've got to find yourself a nice medicated dewormer. I know, again, that's another buzz craze thing on YouTube. People, they think it's just, the idea sounds really great, and if it worked, that's what would happen. But you know, you've got to find yourself, when you find yourself in that situation where your hogs need to be dewormed, you've got to hit it hard, and you've got to get it fast, again, or you're going to have pigs that just aren't gaining weight. You're wasting too much time, too much feed on them. And so all natural dewormer, that's mistake number three. Mistake number four is a mixed pen population. Now behind me, I've got all feeder pigs, but if you're going to have especially a breeding operation, you're going to want to have separate pens, because depending on the breeds you want and even the timing of when you're breeding, it's critical to have your boars separated from your sows and even from your feeder hogs, because what you'll find is you're not able to control your breeding when things are happening, and depending on where you're at, that can be a life or death situation. For me here, you have piglets in December or January, February, even into March, you can lose a whole litter because the conditions are just too cold and you're not prepared. So, and what you find too is, you know, you have your piglets and sows and your feeder hogs starving to death, and your boar is getting all the food. And so that's something that you definitely want to do. And it goes back with the rations of when you have your population separate out, you can manage your feed, which helps to keep your costs under control. Number 5, in my opinion, is the wrong breeds. You see a lot of these fad breeds, the coons, the minis, things like that. Again, going back to my preface, if you're in this business to make some money, and especially to get a hog up to 250, 300 pounds, you want to go with your old-time heritage breeds, Hampshire, Yorkshire, Duroc. These kind of breeds, you can just search the old heritage breeds. There's a reason why they've been around for a long time. They've been extremely popular, especially when you have them on the ground like me, is to have those breeds that are going to gain weight and gain weight fast. Your target is anywhere from 5 to 7 months to hit that 250, even 300 pound target in order to be butchered, and the 300 pound would be close to 7 months from birth all the way up to slaughter. So that's my top 5 hog mistakes that new time breeders make. So I hope that this video is helpful to you. Please check out my other hog videos. I've got the videos on these pens, a nice walkthrough, things of that nature. But if you have any other questions, because I haven't covered everything, I've only covered 5, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to answer them, or this great community that is here on the High Desert Ranch, those that have subscribed, they'll be able to help answer the questions too if I don't get to them in a timely manner. So appreciate you coming along. Hopefully I was your ticket to help escape the ordinary and find out just what it's like to live the high life here in the high desert of the Intermountain West, only on the High Desert Ranch channel.